All right, guys. So look, I had a problem with audio today. I had wind. I tried getting away from the Hero 10 Media mod and just trying to use the door with the little plug so that I don't have to take the media mod off every damn time I need to do a battery change. And I lost all audio today. I don't have the right cable, so I guess I'm going to need to get a TRS cable. Something like that. Anyway, this was a great video today. And a terrible one to lose audio on because the audio, it was just perfect. The things I said was perfect. So that being said, there's probably a lot of you like me just to shut up and not talk. But you know what? I'm not doing that here. I'm not doing that here. I'm going to get into this. So let's watch this video. I have some low music added behind these muted clips just because it gives it some kind of ambience. And then I was able to salvage some of the original audio from a couple clips where the wind wasn't super bad. So I'm going to use that too. But I'm also going in with you, and I'm going to watch it with you and pause it whenever I feel like there's something to add. I do have a lot of tips and pointers for guys that are behind me on the things you're learning on a skateboard. If you're interested in riding transition and bowls / pools, whatever, some of this stuff's going to help some of you guys. Okay, so let's just do this. So I'm going to step back when I drink water because I've put you through that before. All right. Okay, let's do this right now. Boom. You gotta love the Hero 10. Is the Hero 10 not an amazing camera? Because this is on 4K 240. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Did I say 4K? Not 4K. 2.7K. 240 frames per second. Big difference. I don't think they've released a 4K 240. That would be hot. Ooh. Look like I got ski goggles on. I'm trying to deal with it. So I need to let you know that this session happened high noon. 1. Something like that. Yeah, I normally am a morning skater, so I'm not dealing with the super bright sun, but it's in certain locations where I just can't skate around that corner or the deep end. That's why you never see me in the deep end in this bowl, because the sun is coming up right over the coping and it's jacked. But high noon today, it was much more bright. There's not a chemtrail in the sky or a cloud or a natural cloud. None of it. So it's super bright. I'm allowed to say chemtrail, right? I think I'm allowed to say that. What else do they call it? High atmosphere aerosol injection? I don't know, something like that. I think they're trying to cool the planet or whatever, but anyway, don't get me started on that. But I'm trying to go sunglasses here. I find that if I wear something with a bigger frame, it's less hard, but still pretty funky. I'm giving it a shot here. I'm not going for grinds today, so don't worry about that. No backside grinds. if there was some audio, it might show that I was showing Killian that, wow, my legs, I had like dead leg after that run. So that's why my knees are wobbling like that. I don't really have wobbly knees until the end of this session, and in a minute, you're gonna know why. Early grab, I gotta get on that. It seems easy, I'm not gonna lie. I should be doing that. Oh. I got scared. I got scared, man. Being scared. That's what effed me up on that. Oh. What hurts? Anyone got a guess? This knee right here got tweaked out. It got tweaked out. Oh. Let me walk it off. Let me walk it off. I'm gonna walk this. I'm gonna walk this pain right out of it. Right there, right there. You see that? I'm on the grind. I'm locked fully up, right? Then my back slides in past the groove all the way to the wheel. I start tripping, dude. Immediately, I'm looking for the escape hatch. Ooh, wheel bite. Boom, foot came loose. Off, wheel bite, slam. Watch this right knee. Watch my right knee. Boom! Fuck it, let's keep going. I missed that one, dude. Aggravated. What a baby, dude. What a baby in the sun. So anyway, I should say it took a hell of a lot to come back and do that again. You know, when you get spooked on something like that, it takes all the guts you can muster up sometimes to go back in and do it again. So I did that, and I did more today. So this is what I'm kind of stoked to show you. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you guys what, those grind ins are much harder than just rolling in. Like legit, there's no joke about that. But I'm afraid every time I go. So the reason I need to do it every session, 2 or 3 times each, is because I don't ever want to lose it, okay? And those grind ins that I'm doing, I'm not coming to a complete stop fully decked. Can we appreciate that? Can we appreciate that? Because if you're comparing it to like, oh yeah, my brother does that, my brother does. If I'm going to a complete stop, I'm not afraid of that. I can safely roll. I'm trying to get that coping buried over the kingpins and be right there in that money shot with a really good looking grind. It's not just trying to roll on the deck till I come to a stop and do an axle stall. I'm not doing that. Because there's always someone in the comments that wants to say, yo, I can do that. Here's a link to my video. Check it out right here. And then they come and do a complete stop. I'm not doing that. So that's my dream shot right there for the near future. Drop in from the other side, hit this slightly curved wall, stand up 50-50 for 10 feet, and then back in. And I should say, over here on the left side, okay, right? Can I use the arrow? This corner right here, that's all 5-foot coping. All the low coping in this bowl is 5 feet high, and it's got a more aggressive, a tighter don't know about a tighter radius, but a steeper radius at 5 feet than that other bowl on the other side does at 4. So it's a little more legit. I mean, I've done the front side grinds over there at 4 feet, but 5 feet's a lot different, right? Am I right? So that's going to be a big grind, but at here, where it's 5 foot in this section, it's probably going to 5.5, 6, and I think it probably ends up around 6.5, 7 feet down on the other side of this wall. So it gets respectable. If you're coming into a front side grind and you're coming up right here, you know, by the time you get out of a decent grind, you're gonna probably be at about 5.5, 6 feet. All right, so back to this. What am I gonna do here? I forgot. All right, so at this point, I'm like, why am I trying to get into a front side grind on a taller piece of coping? Why am I not doing it over here? For some reason, I thought the sun was going to bother me on this wall because it wasn't all cloudy like it was that first weekend where I did that little grind. And I'm like, let's get in here, half pipe some front side turns and warm up, right? And then I realized that I'm not too comfortable at doing all front side turns. To me, it's sort of a prerequisite to doing a stand-up front side grind. On top of that coping, when you got to dive back in front side, you should be really comfortable with front sides. And yeah, I'm comfortable enough. Backside stall, drop in, front side slash grind. I can hit those 80% of the time, 100% of the time if I'm going for it. But you'll see here multiple front side turns. It's not looking that consistent. And I wish I could have kept the audio because I did have some really beefy sounding grinds right here. I don't know. That was a good one. Boom. All right, so for those who follow the channel closely, you know, 2 weeks ago, I got a frontside stand-up grind right here. Total clouds in the sky, no tripping on the sun whatsoever. So today's already, it's got a heightened level of like stress because, you know, I just don't do well in the sunlight. So anyway, I'm coming back into the same corner. Now I say corner, I'm not really hitting the corner. I'm coming right in on the outside edge of the corner and I'm really getting on straight coping. So I can't count that. And I will add, last weekend I was trying to do some backside 50-50s on this corner right over here. And I realized that every time I was getting into it, because I felt like I was going to abruptly stop, or it felt sort of slappy-esque, you know, like I got to slam the coping like that, that I was getting into a cross-lock position the correct way, you know, where your back wheel is hanging on the coping and your front wheel is up and you're like sliding around the coping like that. That was happening to me backside, which is great. I'm not really sure I want that to happen yet, frontside or not. I don't know. I'm feeling it out. But so watch these. I think you can see, I don't know. I learned some things out here today and I kind of want to share it with some of you. Freaky, dude. I'm like scared right there. And again, I can't do it. Ooh, smooth rollout though. Yeah. little slip out, little dance move, and then that definitely got sketchy right here. Bam! It's like a dab. All right. Woo. I think I thought about it there. Ooh! All right, so now when that clip ended, I, do what I typically do. I grab the camera from my kid and I say, yeah, that was shoddy looking, It actually looked a lot better than I expected it was going to look. I felt like I came to a really slow stop and got on there and then did the drop in. And the key for me is if I don't wait too long to drop back in off that coping like that, it's not nearly as scary. And that's like with most things. If you give your mind a chance to like download and register all the doubt and fear and potential possibilities to really mess your shit up, it gets harder and harder to do, right? That molehill is becoming a mountain the longer you wait until you just can't do it. So, that time I jumped right in. It looked a lot better than I thought, and I'm happy to get it. I feel like I need to be doing front side stalls as well as I do backside stalls, and that's not anything hard for me anymore. I'm so good at them. It's all I've done for years, and that's how the backside 50-50 grind is getting for me, especially if I'm not worried about just decking one out and taking the easy road. The full steezed out ones are a little bit more, I gotta really be feeling the fire to get in on that. But so anyway, I'm about to go down on one. Yeah, let's do this. Why does anyone want to do one more try? You don't really want to do it, do you? Yeah. Do you? I do, kinda. Listen. I love that feeling when I'm driving home and I did something that I think some of you guys might be proud of me for. Not all of you guys, because I know there's a lot of haters out there. But you know who you are, man. Like, I want to feel like I inspired somebody today, Yeah. I really take a lot out of that, dude. Listen to what I say right here. That inspired me, Kelly. I just inspired myself saying that. Let's get this one, dude. Yep. Every time I drop in, I feel like my feet are too close together and I need to spread them out. So that's weird too. Okay. So in all these other runs, I've dropped in, and right about here, I'm trying to like, you know how we do that little foot pivot? I'm trying to push my front foot up. And I think because I mentioned it on this one, I didn't have that problem. But I like to be over the bolts, like in front of the bolts on my front foot, have my front foot almost in the pocket. I feel like when I'm getting on the coping, having that wider stance and being able to like really adjust my weight over the axles, I just feel like it's so much safer for me. All right, so I was thinking about this last weekend. If I keep my knees bent, right, front side's not as scary as you think. So if you're considering learning it, but you're really more of a backside person and you're afraid to lean back and get over your heels, think about this. In my opinion, getting into or getting your trucks on the coping in a 50-50 stall or a 50-50 grind, it's much easier for me to do front side. Like, you can see it. It's right there. I can hit them like I hit them on this, like I hit them on this wall here on this side, on the back side. Being steeper and faster right there, there's not much fear getting into it. It's all about getting out of it for me. But I realized last weekend that if you're front side and you keep your knees bent, it's really quite easy to push away from the board and get to the bottom. I mean, especially at 5 feet. You know, if you're going to be doing this at 6 or 8 or something like that, it's a whole nother deal. That would be, that's off my list. I'll never do, I'm just going to say it probably will never do a frontside stand-up 50-50 on anything over 5 feet. But, and I would have said last year or 2 years ago that I never would have had ever tried that, even on 5 feet. I would have stuck it at 4. So I'm really happy to get it here because I'm going to be able to work this bull. And you know, there's not, I think at our parks, at this park, there's not a whole lot of guys I feel that really can smash on this bull. So I feel like this is my spot, dude. I love this bull right here. But anyway, let me go back a little bit. I learned a new trick here. I'm going to do some break dance. I'm going to go into a windmill here. Come on. Get up on the wall, fool. Use the force. Oh, yeah. Nice. Cha-ching. All right. So let's look at something here. Okay. Going into the grind. I'm cross-locking more naturally here, and I got a feeling that doing front side and doing backside, especially going into the corners, I'm going to get really good at cross-locking the right way. Now, that still doesn't mean I wouldn't recommend having a groove in everyone's trucks, right? If you're an older dude and you're not worried about peer pressure, because a lot of you guys are. Let's just admit it. A lot of people worried about peer pressure. I still think having that center groove, it's just one extra sticking point. It's potentially going to save your lives, you know. They say loose trucks save lives. I say big grooves save lives. Potentially. So anyway, let's get into this and see. So like right here, I think I'm in the groove there on the back truck. I'm all the way up on the front truck. And then I start sliding out. So I'm sliding into a cross-lock position. And because I just did that backside on the other side and took that hard slam to my knee, I was like, abort, bail out, dude. This is crazy. So I try to jump off, but I don't jump. And maybe it's because I rode it out longer than I should have. Maybe it's because I'm more on top of the coping versus on the front of the coping. So I sort of feel safer, almost slapping into the front 50-50, not decking it so much. And I'm wondering if that's the reason I didn't quite get out of this one better. So slow, I take 1 foot, I try to step. And either way, this crash, get it. That's not bad. But I was super happy that I got that attitude because I was losing it. You know, I was starting to feel like it was getting to me a little bit. And being that it happened the way it did, you know, that response to get it, you know, that reminds me of the beast mode days, which I haven't had the beast mode days in a while. Let's get back up here on the coping. You guys got to hear what my kid said here. I didn't even hear him say this, but check this out.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
All right, so never lukewarm, dude. Let's not ever be lukewarm in our life, you know. A lot of people in the Bible story, they dog the prodigal son a lot. But if you remember, God said, don't be lukewarm or I'll vomit you out. He'd rather you be hot or cold. So be hot or cold about it. If you're going to get out there, learn something new, man. Drive yourself to try something else. Push yourself out of your comfort zone because it will be more fun. It will. When you graduate to the next level and you get the next trick and you get something that you can spend your week thinking about before you can get out there and skate again, that's the secret to making magic happen in your life. Always. Like, dude, I'm 52 and I just did a rap song. What the hell, man? And, you know, it's like I got another YouTube channel and sometimes they cross over. The other YouTube channel is growing really fast. It's probably going to blow past this channel in no time. But like I've already wrote 2 more raps that I'm working on. I'm just having fun, dude. And you know, I feel like it's a good time because I'm really showing my kids that, look, don't sit back and be a wallflower and be shy. Your dad's nuts, and you can be just as nuts at me. You can be just as nuts as me. And you know what? We can make something artistic in our life, and it can lead to a job in the future, you know, whatever it may be. Mine is YouTuber. I am not going to quit until I am having some sort of a retirement backup plan. So as long as I hit a huge rap single, no, I'm kidding. Trust me, I am not taking that serious at all, but I'm having a good time with it, and I'm involving the family, and that's pretty wonderful. And if you're not on the Prodigal Sons Facebook group, I know Dino's going to have his family, and they're going to do a live punk rock show, a couple of songs, 3-4 songs, something like that, with his kids, little kids. And I'm super fired. I need to make sure I didn't miss that. Hopefully he hasn't done that yet. He's probably doing that this weekend. But anyway, find us on Facebook, Prodigal Son OG Skaters, and I'll approve you ASAP. Yeah. So I want to see that. But anyway, and I was thinking in this video, I kind of look like an older Dino with this big beard now, right? I'm promised my wife I'll stick it out till I can get it down to here and try to see if it can be one of these like cool looking, decent looking beards up. It's driving me nuts right now though. It's really weird. So anyway, guys, take care. Later. Let me know if you like this kind of format of video. Because I'll do it again if you do. All right. Later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.